Bonk bonk, wake up!
Let's get going! Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie. Last time we did spring in Click Clock Wood, and now we are going to continue on with summer and wherever else we might get to. Also, MilesLuigi is joining me once again.
Yep, this is MilesLuigi. Goodness gracious. There's kind of a drought right now in summer. Look at all that patchy, yellow, dying grass.
Yep, and I just kind of showed what items we have so far there. But yeah, overall, summer, the very, very dry summer. So there you go, just kind of looking up at where we're going to be going this time. There's kind of a few more things up there, and also there's a lot less clouds, but overall, it's the same tree, although this time the leaves have grown, and there is the first caterpillar. As you might remember, at the end of the last part, we were told we needed to find 5 of those guys.
Yeah. Bird doesn't have a mama, so you have to be the mama.
Also, these enemies come back, and even if you killed them in the last kind of season, don't worry, they'll be back to annoy you once again, and that guy has nothing.
Wow. He got big. I was about to say the birds are like maggots, they always come back. Oh, hey, the water level went down.
Yes, so yeah, I guess the summer was so dry that the whole lake actually dried up. Here's global warming, everyone knows. So, actually, no, global warming is the opposite. I think it's making the water level dry. So, this is actually anti-global warming. So there you go. So we finally opened up the way to his house. He says, "Come inside, and he'll give us a reward." But this hill
You can't make it.
is way too steep. So there's actually nothing that we can do to get up there at the moment. Remember, as a kid, I tried for like 15 minutes to get up there. I'm like, there must be a way, but you actually cannot do anything about that at the moment.
You try going all the way up the hill, then getting a backflip up, you're like, I can do this! Nope.
There might be a way to glitch up there, actually. I mean, this game has so many glitches. It's actually pretty funny that there probably is a way to get up there, but overall, you aren't supposed to do that at the moment. Also, over here, we have the switch to open the autumn door.
If it... Oh, there it goes. Okay. For a second I thought it didn't activate.
There we go. So yeah, that's actually a pretty well hidden one, because I mean, this is kind of a pointless area over here. Some people might not think to check that out. Unlike the summer kind of button, which was out in the open if you were climbing the tree.
Yeah.
But overall...
Climb tree. No switch? Where's the switch? I'm stuck in summer!
So across here, so every kind of season has a different item surrounding the tree. So in spring it was eggs went around the whole base of the tree, and in summer it's red feathers, and it'll be different again in autumn and winter. Also, there's a Mumbo token up here, so don't miss this one.
Looks like you're making very good use out of your extra gold feathers.
Yes, that's why the 20 gold feathers cheat, if you can call it a cheat, is definitely the most helpful one of them all, and that guy kind of came out of nowhere. Ugh.
I have been told there are actual real cheat codes, but you don't get them from Cheeto.
Yes, that is true. And I will be making a video, probably kind of a bonus thing later on, that shows some of those crazy things.
Oh, okay. Then I won't ask anything more about them, but I'm expecting at the very least stuff like can't die unless you fall down a pit. Infinite health.
There are some funny things, and I will say that there are actually some cheat codes that if you enter enough of them, it will erase your file. Purposely.
The game says like, no more cheating for you, goodbye?
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm definitely going to... I don't know if I'll go so far to delete my file, but I'll show what happens. Pretty much.
Can't you make a copy of the file and then have that file get erased?
Yeah, that's one thing about this game, is that you can't copy files. Although I guess I could always just start a new one and just have, delete that file.
Start a new one, just get to the beach and then put in too many cheat codes.
Yeah, it's only level 2, so... I'll probably do that, but as I said, that'll be a bonus video a little bit later on.
Alright, yeah, that's content for later on.
Also, there's some bees, and that's the first time that the bees, I think, actually appear without kind of, a honey thing to accompany it. They just kind of attack you as they feel like it. Also, there's Gobi from Gobi's Valley!
Hi, Gobi. He thought he got away from all that dry desert, he made it to a dry summer season.
Pretty much. So there you go. At the ground pound hammer, just like last time. Get him to water our flower for us. So that's kind of his purpose there, and so yeah, so the flower's a little bit bigger now. We're just going to keep needing to deal with that as the seasons go on.
Gobi's purpose in life is to suffer. Oh my gosh.
Purpose is to water our plants.
I suppose there is a silver lining to everything.
Alright, so now we've kind of done our 360 around the tree. So I think it is finally time to start climbing once again.
You almost got snapped there.
Yes! Oh man. That place is not good. Like, these enemies, they're more annoying than the other ones too, because they come out and then again, they come out and they kind of do like an even bigger kind of clap, and right there, ow! It looked like I was safe and I started looking around. And I got attacked. Anyway.
Hey, wait. I'm just gonna say you're doing another 360 around the tree.
I guess I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything.
Fair point.
Although I think we're finally ready to head up, so let us go. Also, in the last season, these were just kind of little buds, but now they have grown into fully grown leaves, so we can work our way up this path now.
Ooh, there's even a pad on that one.
It grew a jumping disc. And if we go along this path, we will eventually find this Jiggy. In spring, this kind of little platform exists, although as I said, since each season is its own individual area, that Jiggy will not be on that platform if you go there in spring. And well, I made a pretty good save there.
So yeah, the platform will be there, but you could probably only get to there as the B.
Yeah, or you could kind of fall from above or something, but there's no point anyway.
Yeah.
Falling from this point might be fatal. We're pretty high up now. Ooh.
You're cutting it close here.
Yes. Ugh. Anyway, so because we took that path, that unfortunately means that we missed a few things along the other way, so now we have to work our way back because we do not want to miss these notes.
There we go.
Up to 27. Also, we have these guys again. Just won't go away.
Or they're like maggots. They just always find their way into trouble.
Well, so if we head down, this is where we headed up from the other side, so just making sure.
I just fell down a giant hill. Let's run back up it.
Good exercise. Oh, so right here we have another caterpillar, which will take us up to 7. So yeah, we only need 5, and we're already up to 7. So there are more than you actually need, which is kind of nice.
Or until you have to trade them in for another Jiggy.
Yeah, at the end of the game, there's just be a door saying you need all of the extra caterpillars, all of the extra mumbo tokens, and all of the extra other items before you can open it. Anyway, these branches are dangerous! That's the exact same kind of spot I fell off of last time.
Getting a little worried there.
Ugh.
But you know, you did that beak down attack just before you landed. I do take that does reduce fall damage, right?
Yes, that will reduce a little bit of fall damage, which is always very good. Although sometimes if you wait a little bit too long before pressing, before doing the ground pound, it won't work. So you kind of need to be really careful with how you time that.
I want to say I actually remember what happens if you wait too long. Banjo just starts screaming for help because he's falling and you can't do anything.
He starts flipping out of control and falling, pretty much. Ugh, but anyway, falling will unfortunately probably be a common thing in this level. Anyway, that is where we fell. I think I got everything before the massive fall happened, so let us continue our way up. And let's head over to the beehive now, where we couldn't do anything here as Banjo before. Although now, for some reason, there is this random square in the roof, so we can actually ground pound that to go in. Yep.
Fall right in and be attacked by thousands of bees! No, they're all gone. No, they're here.
No, they're waiting to do exactly what you just said, actually, so let's get ready for that. This is a little bit tricky, and if you play like kind of a moron, you will possibly die here. I mean, these come at you massively. Gold feathers is a good strategy, but I don't really want to waste my gold feathers. Although just kind of the fact that they come at you from so many different angles and so many of them at the same time, it's hard to actually do like good attacks on them. So the best strategy, I guess, is just to use gold feathers to get rid of them that way.
I mean, it's either you have to keep moving and you can't move into them, or something like that, or gold feathers.
So yeah, if you haven't entered the 20 gold feathers cheat yet, you definitely should have. And that's all there is to doing here again.
Looks like you got that Jiggy. Now, does that mean the Jiggy in the spring honeycomb, is it just there for aesthetics, or Does it actually disappear now?
I believe that they were smart enough to actually kind of take that out.
Okay. Because I thought, ooh, extra jiggy you could get if you clip through walls.
Although it's funny because some things actually don't change. Like I know that the beaver, we just broke his rock. If you go back to spring, the rock will actually still be there, I think. We'll see. Anyway, here we have this house done. So as I was saying, this tree house is very evil because you go inside, you get this really bad camera angle, and I accidentally walked off the edge.
You showcased exactly what's the problem with that, and that is way longer for a fall than it looks like. Holy cow.
And luckily, I landed on this kind of section that's sticking up, or else I would have taken even more damage, so yeah.
Yeah, you see that log down there, you think, well, this won't be too bad of a fall. Oh god, I'm dead.
Ugh. Okay, so working our way back up there again after that. Ugh. So yeah, overall, that is one thing about this game. I don't mind, like, some people like really hate N64 camera angles. Overall, I can deal with them, but in cases like this where it's almost unbearable because it's just so hard to get, you know, things perfectly aligned, and sometimes it's hard to tell the perfect depth just because of the weird way that it is, and you can't change it. But anyway, there is a G.
To be frank, like many games around this time period before like 2000 really struggled with camera angles in 3D.
Like, look at this jump.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing you've been getting those empty honeycombs, or else you'd be surely dead.
Yep. You don't need those empty honeycombs for the final boss. You need them for falling out of the tree. And, okay, so let's see. Working our way back now. And...
Oh.
Oh, so close. So close. Oh, that's crazy. We haven't died yet, though, thank goodness. Ugh. So I think that's everything I need to do with this stupid treehouse. I hate you. I'm going to break you with eggs. Ugh. It's not fall. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing kind of around the surrounding area, although I'm almost falling off. Anyway, now we're just, of course, just like last time, we're supposed to head down here and jump across these floating kind of boards. Nothing holding them up at all.
There isn't even like support beams from the tree. Nope, they're just floating.
Anyway, up here, there's a few more kind of wooden areas up here now, so kind of more of that progression, like I was saying. More things being built on the tree. Have some notes up there. Although we need to use the
down.
Yep, need to be careful. And there we go. Still, only up to like 35 notes. Still quite a while to go. Still quite a ways to go. There's the bird over there. And if we jump over here, I think I have enough health. I don't need to break that guy, and we can go in here and see what Nabnut is up to in the summer. He is really fat.
So, do you ground bound on him, or?
Well, you actually just leave him.
Okay.
That would be really mean. Murder! Anyway, jumping across here. This part's always kind of tricky, and then they add these bird guys in here to make it even more tricky. So if you fall, it's not going to be good. And here, we have this guy who we can give the caterpillars, and we have to give them to him one at a time, so we just kind of have to stand here and wait for this.
At least you don't have to wait through the dialogue each individual worm.
That'd be terrible. And he grows a little bit. And he goes back to sleep. I mean, we'll see him in the next season.
Once again, he's sleeping like a baby.
Yep. So we'll come back to that. And now, we can continue up the tree to that room that we were at before, and there's they actually added a little bit more to these platforms this time, so some of them are a little bit wider, which is nice. Last time they were pretty small.
That's nice. Just don't mess it up. Okay, good.
No item inside of that guy this time. And they go in here just to kind of see what we have going on. Well, these guys haven't gone anywhere.
They have not. The tree still hates you. No Jiggy inside.
Nope, we already got that. Although I don't think, if you don't get it in spring, I don't actually know if it shows up in summer or the other seasons or not. Because I always get it in spring. But anyway, there is a 1-up up there. which I don't think was there in the spring, and I believe that's all to do up here. And now it's time for Gold Feather Leap of Faith! All the way to the bottom, as low as we could go. We have some
so does this conclude summer, or?
We're pretty much done summer, although there's actually a Jinjo in here somewhere that I kind of completely forgot about.
Oh.
And I'm just kind of like, man, like, I know there's a Jinjo here, and I kind of started thinking, and I'm like, right, they hide it in like the most impossible place ever, in the yellow grass in the corner. Ugh. That can be kind of tricky if you don't know where it is. But anyway, I believe that is it for summer, and I think our items should look like this. No empty honeycombs yet.
No empty honeycombs, 36. So it looks like we're gonna... There isn't an even distribution between the seasons, if I'm seeing that right.
Yeah, it's not perfectly even. Summer, I guess, kind of had the least of things, actually. Although now we are heading into autumn, where there will actually be quite a few things to do. And, of course, him again. And now he wants 10 caterpillars, so luckily we can use the ones that we found, the extra ones from summer, and put it towards that, although I believe there are still some extra ones in the end. So, no need to worry about that too much. Those plant guys are still massive, and now there are piles of leaves all over the place.
For a second I thought you were just going to clip into the pile of leaves. And then you'd be like, well, there's a secret inside one of these pile of leaves, you just have to run around until you fall into it.
In real life, I want to pile up leaves so high that I can actually walk up them as if it was a hill.
But no, it'd be like a random hole, like in Ocarina of Time, where you go into a big bush pile and all of a sudden you fall down a hole.
That's true. Yeah, those were always so tricky to find. But anyway, in fall, there are actually notes surrounding the tree, so we will probably get the majority of the notes in the level right here. Also, we can now swim over to this guy's house that we opened and go and finally claim our reward.
He's been waiting for months!
Hope he hasn't forgotten us.
At last!
Yep. Finally! And camera spazzing there. 5 out of 10. And there's a couple of notes in here, do not forget these.
This just really strikes me with the way you've been saying about things. The level where people just don't collect 100 notes in.
Oh, as a kid, man, like, especially just because it's so easy to die. I remember as a kid, I think I was up to like 85 notes in this level, and then I died. So for the longest time, I had 885 notes in the game until one day I'm like, I'll go try it again, and I actually did get to 900. So I was like, yes! But yeah, this is definitely the hardest level to not just find them all, but to actually keep them all long enough to get 100 without dying. We are getting low on gold.
Find some gold feathers soon, you're down to 2.
Yeah, so there you go. Just imagine if we hadn't have got...
what happens when you go to 0 and you're on top of the tree and you go, oh shoot, I can't fall?
Oh, that would be terrible. Run out of feathers mid-fall. Ouch. I wonder how it would calculate the fall damage. Would it start from when you ran out of gold feathers, or would it start from when you started falling? That's an interesting question. Also, we have this guy again.
Oh, Gobi is still here. Good God,
More
if you
water.
keep doing that, you're gonna kill him.
And there we go. Flower is open, and there's a Jiggy flower, I guess. All Jiggies are grown from flowers. And he is off to the lava world, where we will never find him. Now, the very interesting thing about that kind of part of his speech is that there is no lava world in the original Banjo-Kazooie. You actually do not see him again until the lava level of Banjo-Tooie.
That's a nice little bit of continuity.
But the thing is, originally, people think that there was a planned lava level for this game because apparently there was going to be like 14 levels instead of just 9. Just like in kind of Super Mario 64, I think they always say they wanted there to be 30 levels, 30 levels, but instead there ended up being 15. I don't know what it was. I guess that since, 3D games were kind of new, people underestimated just how long it took to make 3D levels, so no one finished their games, but yeah, originally there was supposed to be a lava level in this game, so people think that maybe that's where that dialogue came from, or maybe they just planned ahead and put him in Banjo-Tooie. No one really knows, but overall, it's just kind of an interesting tidbit of information there.
The lava level in Banjo-Kazooie is like Hidden Palace in Sonic 2.
Oh man.
Is there actually beta elements of the lava level still on the cartridge, or not so much, or do you not know?
I don't think there's actually too much beta stuff from like left out levels in it. There's a lot of pictures that people have from like E3s and stuff that people think are from the lava level, but overall I don't think there's actually any kind of beta elements still left in the game. Another interesting thing about beta stuff though is, do you know Fungi Forest from Donkey Kong 64?
I've never played Donkey Kong 64, but I watched this one Let's Play of the game, so...
Okay, well it's the 5th level, it's kind of the forest of all of the mushrooms.
I'm now remembering it, holy cow, yes.
People think that was originally supposed to be a level in Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, really?
And I think that the music for that level is actually found inside of the Banjo-Kazooie ROM, and also there's textures and stuff from it which aren't used, but are used in that level, I think. So overall, yeah, people think that originally there was supposed to be a level called Fungus Forest in Banjo-Kazooie, but that was eventually turned into Fungi Forest in Donkey Kong 64.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
No, I remember at school people talking all about Donkey Kong 64 and how awesome of a game it was, and I didn't have it, and I wanted it. And it was one of those games that I just never got.
I love Donkey Kong 64, but it is... there are those people who say they don't like collectathons. Donkey Kong 64 is probably the most massive collectathon ever made. 200 golden bananas, like thousands of normal bananas, coins you need to collect, banana fairies, blueprints, just the list can go on. And there's like 5 different characters you need to do all this stuff with, so
since I watched the Let's Play of the game, I could tell you basically you have to go through each level 5 times with each character.
Pretty much. And then there's the backtracking when you learn new moves sometimes, and yep. It is quite massive. But overall, I like collecting, so it never really bothered me, but I can understand some people's dislikeness, or just, I guess, hate towards it. Dislikeness. Anyway, over here, the leaves have gotten smaller, but there's a Mumbo token that you do not want to miss here. And I'm going to continue kind of just going along the small leaves. I don't believe there's actually anything else to collect along here. That Mumbo token is kind of the extent of it.
I suppose this is an alternative path upwards, or are we not able to make it after a while?
Yeah, it is an alternate path. It pretty much takes you to the exact same place that the leaves took us to before, but it's completely pointless because you might as well have just gone the normal way.
I know you're not quite at Fatal Heights, but this looks scary to watch.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure exactly what height is Fatal. Because I know that I didn't die when I fell from that treehouse, which was about that height. But if I had missed that kind of stump that stuck out, I wonder if that would have been death. I don't want to find out. Also, darn it, I accidentally fell into here. I don't think there's any reason to. And I didn't think it was that high. Good thing I did go inside of here, though, because there actually are notes in here. Don't miss these 4 notes.
The bees are totally lying to you. There's nothing for you in here, bear.
I wonder how many people just left. Like, oh, okay. Never to find those 4 notes. But anyway, so yeah, there's 4 notes there. And there's another caterpillar right here, which takes us up to 10. So we are done that.
Nicely done. There you go.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Okay.
And there you go. We got the flower jiggy, and that takes us, we have 26 total jiggies, and that takes us up to 6 out of 10 in this level, 72 notes, still no empty honeycombs in 47 minutes. Wow. Quite a lot to do here.
Click-clock wood will take a little bit of your click-clock time.
It's pretty much the same level 4 times in all the different seasons. So yeah, we haven't even really started climbing the tree in autumn yet, but I think that we will save that for next time, because I think this level's long enough that we need to break it into one more part.
Ah, that's completely fair. Now don't fall.
Let's do some pedal side acrobatics. Anyway, I believe that's where we're going to end off this part. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. And thank you, MilesLuigi, for joining me once again.
You're welcome.
And we will both see you next time.
Yep.